Well, we're just so grateful to the Fowlers for their tremendous generosity, for their support of Christian higher education.
I think as Dean of Spiritual Life, first of all, he's going to bring a new vibe, a fresh face. I think he's just going to bring a new energy.
I feel like it's so good to have a piece of home here. Yeah. Like whenever I come to the International Center, I feel like it's a part of my home.
Look at this year, we lost David Martin, our best hitter, who was a junior and got drafted. Chad Castillo, our All-American, was a junior and got drafted.
Bigger than just the word champion, right? We try to implement to our girls to be champions on and off the floor.
From the campus of California Baptist University in Riverside, California, with Sophia Dofert and Via Hagen, this is CBU TV.
Hello and welcome to CBU TV's 2023 March News program. In our top story, CBU has received a generous gift of $28.5 million, which is the largest money donation ever given in CBU's 73-year history. Reporter Alexa Bond-Miller with more.
Today I'm here at the Event Center, soon to be renamed the Dale E. and Sarah Ann Fowler Event Center, in honor of their generous $28.5 million donation to CBU. This donation will greatly impact the CBU community. For more details, here's CBU's president, Dr. Ronald Ellis.
Well, we're just so grateful to the Fowlers for their tremendous generosity, for their support of Christian higher education, specifically for support of the California Baptist University mission. You think about the legacy that's established by naming this event center after them, all of the people who will come through here and the generations to come for chapels, basketball games, Christmas celebrations, and on you go. So quite a legacy, and thank you very much to the Fowlers.
Paul Eldridge, Vice President for University Advancement for CBU, described the importance and significance of the Fowlers' gift.
When someone gives a gift of this size, $28.5 million, what it says a lot of things, but one of the things it says is, we think CBU is worthy of an investment of this size. When that happens, I think others in the community look and go, oh, wow, CBU, $28.5 million, that's remarkable. And so usually when you have a gift like this, it encourages others to give as well. And sometimes it encourages other really significant, really large gifts because it's inspiring for someone like the Fowlers to say, we believe in CBU enough that we're going to invest this amount of money. I mean, that's remarkable. The Event Center is the largest building on campus, 153,000 square feet. This is the largest gift in the history of the university. So we thought, what a great way to honor these donors with this remarkable gift to name our largest building on campus in their honor. And so it really was kind of about what would be an appropriate way to honor Dale and Ann Fowler. And we thought, let's name the Event Center.
Although the Fowlers' latest donation is not yet designated to a particular project, the CBU community looks forward to how the largest gift in its 73-year history will impact the campus and the people of Riverside for years to come. For CBU TV, I'm Alexa Bond-Miller.
Thank you, Alexa. We're so excited to see how this donation will positively affect CBU in the upcoming future.
In other news, CBU's Spiritual Life office is under a new transition, with John Montgomery moving to a new position as the Associate Vice President of Student Services. His successor, Dean of Spiritual Life, will be Jacob Ravenscraft. Reporter Zach Ibarra gives us more insight.
Many Lancers have grown accustomed to seeing John Montgomery as the Dean of Spiritual Life here at CBU, whether that be at chapel or around campus. However, his role in recent weeks has and will continue to change, leaving the door open for one Jacob Ravenscraft to succeed him in that position.
Dr. Montgomery had been the Dean of Spiritual Life for 15 years prior to the transition, and was able to give more insight as to why the move is happening.
So my boss is Kent Dacus, Vice President of Student Services, and he and the President decided to reorganize Student Services. It's a pretty large division, and we wanted to make sure that students were cared for well. And so what we did is we took all the care and ministry offices and we put them into one subdivision, and then community and conduct is in another subdivision. So I oversee all the care and ministry offices, and that includes spiritual life, but it also includes student care, which is a separate office, the counseling center, and then student mental health. We have a director of student mental health, and this is a new area for us, but it's different than the counseling center. So we're trying to we wanted to care well for students.
Despite the move, Lancers can rest assured that Spiritual Life is in capable hands with the likes of Jacob Ravenscraft, who Dr. Montgomery spoke glowingly about.
I think as Dean of Spiritual Life, first of all, he's going to bring a new vibe, fresh face. I think he's just going to bring a new energy and a new direction and vision and just a new feel for how students can grow in their walk with Christ.
Jacob Ravenscraft is aware of the curiosity regarding how he will lead Spiritual Life and made it clear that there is still one goal at the forefront.
Man, our mission is the same. So our mission is investing in lives to develop followers of Jesus. We just want to keep doing that. And we just want people to catch that vision for making disciples, growing in our faith, and being learners and being teachable. So, yeah.
As Dr. Montgomery moves on to a more involved role as Associate Vice President of Student Services, it'll be up to Jacob Ravenscraft to carry on responsibilities as Dean of Spiritual Life. For CBU TV, I'm Zach Ibarra.
Thank you, Zach. It looks like Spiritual Life is in great hands and is ready to make a difference in students' lives.
The Festival of Colors is where CBU students can experience Indian culture. Reporter Laura Valevska got to speak with 3 students from India about what the festival means to them.
CBU International Center is known for collaborating with other offices to host cultural events, such as Festival of Color. This year, students had a chance to celebrate on the front lawn on March 16th. The Festival of Color comes from India. It marks the end of winter and welcomes the spring season. In CBU, it starts with a bazaar where students can bargain for food, henna, and chai. The bazaar is followed by students' performances, including traditional Indian dance. The highlight is the color throw happening in the end. The night celebration is very meaningful to Indian students, one of our largest international student population on campus.
What do you think about the idea of bringing a piece of India here to CBU? Does it impact you somehow?
Yeah, because first and foremost thing is we being an Indian, we miss each and every festival, and to celebrate all those festivals, especially one of the festival which is like Holi we say, and over here we say like the Festival of Colors. To celebrate this over here in such a fantastic way.
How do you feel about bringing a piece of India to CBU? Like, do you think that it impacts you as someone who comes from there?
Yeah, I feel like it's so good to have a piece of home here.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I come to the International Center, I feel like it's a part of my home.
How does it look like in India, like the original Festival of Color?
Festival of Colors look crazy in India. Different color, dance, food, people are like just having fun and they are enjoying a lot.
There are water splashes over there, we play with water guns and water balloons, and yeah, it's too much fun.
So how do you celebrate? Like, do you spend this time like with family, friends?
Yeah. So at the beginning, we first celebrate with our family members. We put colors on like a mother, father, sisters, brothers, and then after them we celebrate there, and after that we go with our friends and colleagues to celebrate at some kind of party spot or a farming area.
I personally celebrate this festival with my friends and family. We in the morning we just go out and throwing color to our family and friends, and then throwing the water balls, which is one of my favorite things.
So is it true that each color has different meaning?
Yeah, I suppose that, because red is a color of good things, and then blue is like the color of God.
If you love someone, they throw the red color on them.
The festival is one of the biggest events happening on campus every year. It allows students to connect and build deep relationships with different cultures that contribute to CBU experience. For CBU TV, this is Laura Walewska.
Thank you, Laura. Festival of Colors is a great way for students to meet one another and learn about a new culture in a fun way.
We turn the spotlight to CBU's baseball team, covering how the team deals with recruiting players every single year and losing many players due to the MLB draft during summer. Reporter Wyatt McElmurray got the chance to speak with head coach Gary Adcock and members of the team about these transitions.
CBU men's baseball are two-time WAC champions since joining Division I back in 2019. But as the years go on, it gets more difficult as great players are now joining the MLB and they have to recuperate as they go back to recruiting now upcoming freshmen. I was able to speak to Coach Gary Adcock more on this process.
Today, and it's in the transfer portal world where guys can transfer and leave wherever they want. It is a lot different than 30 years ago when I was recruiting at UCLA and Purdue, and even here 20 years ago. You have to have the great facilities. You have to have a commitment to some of the extras before you even get in the door. And then once you get those people in the door, holding on to them even becomes more difficult as some of the bigger Power 5 schools become lurking to try to pull those people off your roster that have good seasons. So it's never been more difficult to recruit and hold on to players. But I think how we at least combat that is, it's an overused word, but we preach a culture or a philosophy where people come here and they feel a part of a family, so to speak, and understand that development, both spiritually, athletically, and academically, only take place here in our format, and that they become so ingrained in that that they want to help us reach those lofty goals of Omaha and regionals and super regionals and conference titles. The draft now is in middle of July, and CBU starts school in late August. So look at this year, we lost David Martin, our best hitter, who was a junior and got drafted. Chad Castillo, our All-American, was a junior and got drafted. And our number one pitcher, C.J. Culpepper, who got drafted as a junior. So we lost our three best players in the middle of July, and now we have to go replace those guys in less than a month. So how do we combat that? We hope that there are guys internally that didn't play last year that can rise up and be everyday players. And then we try to dip our toes into that transfer portal water and see if anybody's available that late. Now, that's a difficult thing when you're talking about replacing those caliber of players. So hopefully you're not relying upon that, but you have built-in guys that they're kind of waiting for their turn.
How do you adapt to like a new roster coming in every year? Because obviously you got players leaving from the draft, you got new recruits coming in. So how do you usually adapt to that new environment?
For us, I know coach is really big on. We have a lot of team bonding activities outside of the baseball field. Like for us, we have before every series, we do a team activity out here, whether it's golf shooting shot. During the fall, I know we had mini golfing, a bunch of different things like that. Really get that team bonding going because that's really key for a sport like baseball. So coach is really good at doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, we try to make everybody feel as welcome as possible and try to help them fit into the way we all try to fit in here, and just try to make everybody feel like family.
CBU men's baseball likes to keep the same mentality year in and year out, no matter when the old players are leaving for the draft or even new players are coming in. And they are on the hunt for another WAC championship this year, so best of luck to the team, and for CBU TV, I'm Wyatt McElmurray.
Thank you, Wyatt. The team continues to find new recruits every year that fit the championship mold.
The stunt team at CBU is nothing short of remarkable. They are undefeated and are pushing to improve every single day. Reporter Brett Rosen was able to speak to head coach Brandon Siegendaler and three upper-class veterans on their winning culture.
CBU's stunt team is nothing short than the most dominant team in the nation. Today, I got the chance of speaking with head coach of the stunt team, Brandon Siegendaler, and some of the veterans here on the squad about what it means to be a national champion and what they are doing to get better each and every day. Let's see what they had to say.
To be a national champion, it's bigger than just the word champion, right? We try to implement to our girls to be champions on and off the floor, because this is their college career. Once they're done with this, they have to go into the working world. So we really want to implement like owning what their craft and owning what they're doing and having that confidence on and off the floor when they walk into an interview to walking on the mat to perform. It's that confidence, and that's what a true champion is made at, and that's what we try to instill into the girls.
What it means to me is just like basically like a champion mindset. I feel like every single one of my teammates come in with a strong mentality, high expectation for themselves and for the people next to them.
CBU stunt team for the past 2 years has had an outstanding record of 49-0. After going undefeated in the past 2 years, in 2022, they won a stunt national championship against Oklahoma Baptist with a score of 20-5. With that being said, the team is looking forward to this year, where anything short of another national championship win is unacceptable.
This year compared to last year, honestly, we're just going for a three-peat, and we're just trying to still be up to that standard, that CBU stunt standard. We do have a lot of targets on our back, so this year is for sure the most difficult, but I would say that our team is for sure handling the pressure very well.
This year, we're really trying to just be bought in, looking at the team as a whole instead of looking for that win.
With the team's high expectations, as the team is striving to compete for another national championship, adding on new additions to the team can be difficult. I got to ask the head coach and veterans on the squad about that hardship and what it looks like.
It's a hard balance because you want to make sure that you're instilling the same techniques and skills and holding them to the same standard as the vets, but then the vets keep pushing the envelope further and further so we can get better. So the rookies have to walk in and kind of like hit that expectation right away and then hit the ground running. They do a great job, the rookies do. Sometimes it gets hard on them, sometimes it's stressful, but knowing that the coaching staff, that I'm there for them, that the vets are there for them if they ever need anything, that's the family aspect of it. And that's one piece that also helps us become champions and helps us be successful is we're not just athletes on the floor. We're not just people or a number. We're a family. We've created a culture where we hold each other accountable, but we also love each other off the floor. And we're also there for each other when times are hard. And that's big. That's huge.
We just try to like bring them in and try to make them feel as comfortable as possible. We let like everyone, no matter rookie, fifth year, sixth year, we let everyone have their specific role and let them all not be afraid to like speak up and speak their mind. And we really just try to create that like comforting environment for everyone.
Dedication, sacrifice, family. All of these things are needed in becoming a national champion. We will have to see if CBU stunt team can keep this undefeated streak going and win another national championship for the second year in a row. For CBU TV, I am Brett Rosen.
Thank you, Brett. We will have to see if the stunt squad can win another national championship.
Thank you for watching this CBU TV March News program. Be sure to follow us on social media. Until next time, have a blessed day.